Hello, beautiful people. Today we're going to talk about confirmation bias and how politicians use it to influence how you vote. Did you know they do that? They do. First, let's define confirmation bias so we're all on the same page. Confirmation bias is the tendency to seek out, favor, interpret, and remember information that confirms our existing beliefs or ideas, while disregarding or downplaying evidence that challenges them. Okay, let's use a real life example so we understand confirmation bias better, because you have seen this everywhere. So say, for example, someone likes a Ford vehicle, and that's their vehicle of choice. They love Fords. They exclusively drive Fords. They collect Fords. They go to Ford dealerships, and they hang out with people that drive other Fords. But what happens when they talk to someone who doesn't like a Ford? Someone who says Ford stands for found on road dead or fixed or repaired daily, like Fords are garbage vehicles. They won't like that person. They will say, that guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never driven a Ford. He doesn't understand that these are quality vehicles. We all know someone, and including ourselves, that this is their confirmation bias. They will only see what they want to see because they have a belief system that is ingrained in their mind, in their psyche, that Fords are the best vehicle and that there is nothing else. Okay? This is confirmation bias in action. So they won't listen to the mechanic that says you should really buy a GMC or a Kia or something different because it won't have these problems. They will, regardless of whatever evidence presented to them, not change their mind about how Ford is the best vehicle. Okay? We all know people like this, and you yourself also are like this. And politicians understand psychology enough to use these things to manipulate you. Yeah, they will use confirmation bias to help you make a vote for them, because that is their goal, that you vote for them and put them in power so that they can get the job, control, get kickbacks, whatever it is their goal as a leader. People do things because they're motivated to do them, right? So politicians are motivated to use your confirmation bias against you. Scientists are taught and encouraged to be self-aware of their own confirmation biases. When we do studies or statistics, we can skew our results and only look for results that will confirm what we believe. And we have to be aware of that so that we can be objective and take in real information, not just what we want to hear, not just what we want to see, but we have to be objective and see everything that's there. So if you're unaware of this happening, you will do things that reinforce your own beliefs. You will naturally gravitate towards news outlets, social media feeds, and peer groups that affirm your current belief system, especially political beliefs. But the danger here is that you will dismiss automatically anything that opposes your belief system. So because there's no opposing information being taken in, the polarization becomes worse and worse. So instead of becoming more centrist or more balanced, the person in an echo chamber just becomes more focused on those ideas that make, because they feel safe there. It's a form of feeling mentally and physically safe, even if they aren't in a safe situation. And what happens when people are under confirmation bias, they ignore or dismiss any contradictory evidence. You can give a person under the influence of a confirmation bias direct evidence that is backed up with receipts, and they will still dismiss it because they do not trust the person that is saying anything that is different from what they already know. Like, you might call it fake news, and then you feel good because you're being loyal to whoever you think you're being loyal to. But it's not real, see? You create this loyalty and you assume because of the halo effect, which is people assuming that everyone is just like them, and they're not. Everyone is different. And assuming that because you have faith in this politician and you care about this politician and they're saying the right things that you want to hear, that they're actually going to do what they're going to do. And that's not putting yourself in a safe place, because really past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior. So if you're looking at someone, it's like if you break up with a boyfriend because they were a bad boyfriend, but they come back and they say all the right things, the things that you want to hear, the things that they know you want to hear, but their activity in the past, they've cheated on you, they have mistreated you, they took your money, they didn't show up on time, all these things that made them a bad boyfriend. Those actions are still there. Those actions don't resolve, but they know how to talk to you. It's the same with anybody. That could be a friend, that could be a politician, that could be a business associate, that could be anyone in your life, because we have to look at people's actions to decide on their character, not because they're saying what you want to hear, right? So you really got to be strong with yourself and say, am I looking at this because this is what I want to hear, because I live in a world that everything is uncertain and I'm afraid and I just need someone to tell me something that I want to hear so I can feel good? Or are you making decisions based on fact and trusting your own intellect? Because you're not dumb. You can make good decisions, and you need to be guided on how to use your own intellect and be reminded, hey, you got a brain and you can use it and you can make decisions and not just listen to what people are saying to make you feel good or make a change. You're capable of making a change. Things can be different and you can still be in a good place, or maybe even a better place if things were different. Which leads me to my next point: group identity and belonging. Confirmation bias solidifies a group identity. So you feel like you're part of something. But this is the thing. If people are really there for you, they will be there for you when everything goes into the toilet. And you'd be surprised about how quickly everyone flees the scene as soon as things start falling apart. And if you know the inability to see things differently and the not wanting to have anything change makes people resistant to changing their political views, even when confronted with factual evidence or logical arguments. So this is something that we need to be aware of, this confirmation bias. Are we looking at things just trying to find more things that remind us and make us feel good about how we think the world should be? Or are we actually looking at things that are really happening, like the facts? So we have to be self-aware. We have to practice self-awareness and recognize when emotional attachments are influencing decisions. We can't make decisions about our politics right now based on emotion. And I see a lot of people doing that. They're upset about things. But you can't make a good decision based on emotion. Like that bad boyfriend. You might love him. But the fact is he's not a good boyfriend. The fact is they lied and they cheated and they didn't do what they said they were going to do. So you have to deal with the logical part of your life. This is how we need to make political decisions. We can't be making decisions based on emotion. We have to think about the facts. And the fact is, we need to think about who's the best person for the job. Is it someone that's going to constantly trigger us and make us want to be part of their group? Or is it someone that's actually qualified to do the job? Have a good day, people.